underdog in that fight as well. For the same reason, he's an underdog in this fight because he had already been knocked out before, and so he was an underdog going into that fight, and he ended up knocking out Peter Quillen in the first round. Once again, not trying to say, because I know somebody going to be like, oh, but Golovkin is a different animal. Of course he is. But, let's just think about that for a second. And you know what? I'm about to take it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If we're looking at this like legit, if Jacobs pulls off a victory, this is upset of the year type stuff here.
No doubt about it.
Really big underdog.
It might be upset of the decade.
This is something, this is one of these. This is like, Golovkin's a monster. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's got everything sort of in his favor in terms of building his name and becoming the next star. He's got all the hype behind him.
Yeah.
No one's expecting Danny Jacobs to go in there and get a victory, but he's in Brooklyn. The one thing he's got going for him is in his hometown, and he's got a punch. I don't know if he can outbox him. I really don't. But if he can get his shots in, and if he can, if he's gonna have to trap. He's got to trap Golovkin. He's got to be real careful because the power is Golovkin's got a different kind of power. Yeah. Man. If you remember fucking Curtis Stevens, that fight, look at Curtis Stevens' face after the first couple of times. Curtis Stevens was not ready for that shit. But Golovkin, man, he's
I think
the favorite here, and
so you're picking Golovkin.
He's got to make him. He's got to try and frustrate him and make him look bad.
Yeah.
And just try to get him to lean in on a shot. You never know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got Golovkin by KO, 6th, 7th round. I think eventually.
Yeah, but I agree with that. I mean, I just want to see how Golovkin reacts if he really does get caught
and how they
with
take
some
each other's
with
shots.
some hellacious shots. Because I believe on a scale of 1 to 10, if we're talking about power, you could probably say Golovkin is a 10, and it could be argued that Danny Jacobs is at least an 8 to a 10. You know what I mean? But we would have to ask Golovkin after the fight, what he thinks about that. But yeah, man, we'll definitely see. And I'm about to take this call right now, but before I take the call, Kirk, you want to give a quick prediction on the fight?
Yeah, I favor Golovkin, but I think something should be taken of note. For me, at least, I think Golovkin's physical skills are starting to erode a little bit. And he's never really, in my opinion, had great defense or head movement. So he will be a target for Jacobs if he chooses to actually let his hands go. And Jacobs is very athletic, and he has power, as you guys mentioned, along with fast hands. So that'll be a factor. And if Jacobs wins, they better do a movie on him because he beat cancer. And then if he's able to beat Golovkin and do this, they better do a movie about him.
No, that's an excellent point. Excellent point. You see they already did one on Vinny Paz because he got into an accident, broke his neck and everything, came back. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and take another call. We have area code 773. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, Dante? What's going on?
All right, man. Where you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling from Chicago. My name's Jason. I'm actually an amateur boxer, and I just wanted to give a quick opinion on Golovkin. One day when I was in the gym, to make a long story short, my coach had told me, he said that he thinks that Andy Lee and Danny Jacobs, when it comes to having one punch and knockout power, he said that he thinks that they both have the most, I guess, he said that they both is the hardest hitters when it comes to having one punch knockout power. So I just wanted to say that I think that Danny Jacobs.
You said Golovkin and Danny Jacobs, or is that what you said?
No, Andy Lee and Danny Jacobs.
Andy Lee. Okay.
Right. When it comes to one punch and knockout power, he said that he thinks that they have, that they hit the hardest when it comes to having one punch knockout power. And I just want to say, I think that Danny Jacobs gonna shock the world because I want to ask y'all a question. If Danny Jacobs would have fought Kell Brooks, who do y'all think would have won?
Danny Jacobs.
I would go with Danny Jacobs.
That's no question.
I would definitely go with Danny Jacobs. No doubt about it. I mean, and once again, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Danny Jacobs does shock the world. It's just, it's very difficult to just say hands down Danny Jacobs wins the fight. So that's why I can't wait to see this fight, and I can't wait to see the first 3 rounds, if it even goes that far, because I think we will know for sure. I truly believe we'll know for sure pretty much who will win the fight in the first 3 rounds. I truly believe it's that type of fight. So, I mean, and I know, there could be ebb and flows and all kind of stuff, but I believe we'll know after 3 rounds who's going to win this fight. So,
yeah, can I say one more thing?
Go ahead, man.
Just one more thing with Danny Jacobs. I think he'd have beat everybody that Triple G would have beat. I think he got what it takes to beat him, and he got the right type of attitude.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's funny you say that because even Kell Brook said that. He said, I would have beat all of the guys that Golovkin beat, and I think Kell Brook would have beat him too. Even with the weight disadvantage, I think Kell Brook would have beat those guys. So I mean, that's why I say this is not a huge step up in competition for Golovkin. But it is. But Danny Jacobs is much better than his other opponents, despite him being knocked out before. So yeah, man. Well, it's good to know. I mean, I know it's going to be some late money coming in on Danny Jacobs. I mean, the fact that it's out there in New York, that's got to motivate Danny Jacobs even more. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Well, thanks for your call, man. I'll go ahead and let you go. All right, man?
Yeah.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah, Dante, what